said, well, even the Queen has got Legionnaire's disease in Buckingham Palace. It was like, oh, crikey. So this is like, this disease hangs around in showerheads in particular, we'll talk about why in a moment, hangs around in showerheads, and it doesn't discriminate from anybody. You know, if the Queen can have it in Buckingham Palace, then be sure we can have it in our homes. So, what is Legionnaire's disease? So, in the shower head where the water comes through, all these are different types of shower heads, water stagnates in there, and then over time the bacteria in there, and you know a lot about bacteria because we talk about bacteria a lot here, you know, when we do like the probiotics and the prebiotics, where we say not all bacteria is bad for you. It's not, some of it's good bacteria. But the bacteria we're talking about now in the shower heads is pretty damn dangerous, especially Legionnaire's disease. And it's been in the news lots recently. Now, I've not mentioned it. So I invested in that company in 1997. I've had a solution in my house for the best part of 20 odd years, but I've never mentioned it on air because there was no point telling you more and more about the dangers with that solution. Okay. I have got a solution in about 15 minutes for you. But it's everywhere at the moment. Virtually, you can't open a newspaper. There's probably every single week now somebody talking about the dangers of Legionnaire's disease. That's Cosmopolitan magazine. Look, 3 people killed recently. This is the Express newspaper talking about, again, your shower head. Remember, just see the word shower head here.
Just, sorry, go back there. It said, unclean shower head could lead to Legionnaire's disease, eye infections,
Pontiac fever
and poor digestive.
I know. So you're going to learn in a minute.
What?
You're going to learn in a minute everything from Crohn's disease, right? Crohn's disease even, digestive issues, lung issues, ear infections, dandruff. The list goes on from the bacteria that's falling out of your shower. Your shower head has more bacteria than one of these in your bathroom.
Oh, don't. That's gross.
Your bacteria has more potential, because here, you're not blocking the water. So when you flush a toilet, the water comes out is fairly clean because the holding tank doesn't have a big filter it's got to go through.
Yeah,
so it doesn't collect, it's a system, it comes through, you hear it flush, it all flushes. But in here, we're going to show you in a bit, this is not really a breeding ground for bacteria. Yeah, how many times do we get that bleach and go round and round and round as if this is not the most dangerous part of your bathroom? Frightening. Yeah. I'm talking about an area where we stand under something to cleanse ourselves that is doing completely the opposite right now. And you think about it, 100 odd years ago, there was no such thing as a shower head. Water would come out the tap, and it's not a problem in the bath so much because the bath doesn't have an air, you know, you turn the tap, it comes out. It's also not such a big problem in the bath because in the bath, the thing that is dangerous is what you breathe in.
Oh, the mist.
Not the water.
The mist.
Drinking Legionella water is not as bad as breathing it in, because what happens is the water hits the shower floor, the base and the tray, it's fallen the best part of 7 or 8 feet, bang, it comes up in the aerosols, we breathe in the aerosols, it's the aerosols that cause the ear infection, the eye infection, the Legionnaire's disease, the Pontiac fever.
With when it's very, when it's got a big pump on it, the shower, and it bangs out the water even harder.
Got it.
You get that well, I used to like it until I was listening to you.
No, you
that
won't.
Lovely
we haven't
shower
even started
mist. I like a shower mist.
No, the mist is the bit you want to avoid.
That's not clean.
Good.
That's not, like, I used to think of it till this conversation like steam, like clean.
Well, some of it will be steam. So not all of it will be mist. Some of that will be steam. So
but what's in it?
Well, you're about to find out. So you quite rightly, and I'm glad you interrupted me on this one. You went, oh my gosh, it's more than just Legionnaire's disease.
Well, I don't really know what Legionnaire's is. I'm going to have to get in for that.
Well, I've talked about. Okay, so Legionnaire's disease is a type of pneumonia.
Oh wow! So
even when we talk about how many people die each year of Legionnaire's disease, the figure is infinitely more. Because quite often it just gets written down as
it's one of the most
pneumonia.
common reasons
for death.
It's a
form of pneumonia. It's a form of pneumonia. So here is the Telegraph recently, last year, a year before now, of course, saying Crohn's disease. Right. Crohn's disease is lurking in 1 in 10 showers. Crohn's disease.
Elaborate on Crohn's.
I'll come back to you in a minute because there's so many.
Sorry, if
we talk about every single one, we'll be here all day because it goes on and on.
Questions.
Right, here's the BBC recently saying taking showers can make you ill, right? Here's a hospital in Leicester shut down because of Legionella recently in its shower heads. Hotel warns guests not to take showers in their own hotel because of Legionnaire's disease. Daily Mail, talks again about showers killing people. House Beauty talk about here bacteria hiding in your shower. Gloucestershire Live recently, people disgusted what they find in their shower heads. Let's have a little look at this. I don't know if this one's going to work. Should we try it? Should have sound. We're trying to see if we can find the sound on this one.
Head, like took it apart and cleaned it. Well, when you see what Inside Edition discovered when we went looking inside shower heads, you just might make this your #1 cleaning priority. Here's Diane McInerney.
Taking a shower. It's something we all do just about every day. But you may be surprised to learn the awful truth that while you're getting clean, your shower head could be making you sick.
That's disgusting. I would never expect that.
The problem is the gook that may be lurking inside your shower head.
We're swabbing the shower head.
How bad is the problem? We took swabs from 11 different shower heads. It's a simple process. Unscrew the shower head and rub a sterile swab onto the shower heads and into the pipes. Next, we sent the swabs to Virginia Tech University. Top microbiologist Joseph Falkingham oversaw the testing.
Were you surprised by our results?
Yes, I was. There's some very high numbers that worry me.
Now it's time to reveal what we found.
Are you ready?
Yes, let's do it.
First up, Renee Diaz, a mother of 2 from Manhattan.
Here's what we found. Fungus on the shower head, and that wasn't the worst of it. We also found it loaded with bacteria called mycobacteria that can cause lung infections.
Oh my God.
Pretty scary.
Oh my God, that's really scary and bad. I have kids.
Oh my God, what?
This mom, Lara Alcantara, had the same reaction when she was informed her shower head had fungus and was loaded with mycobacteria.
I mean, I'm a pretty clean person. I would have never thought that there would be fungus or any other crazy bacteria in my shower head.
Both moms wanted to know what to do next.
How do you fix it? Like, how do you get rid of that?
That is gross. So how do we clean it?
Here's what you can do. Soak your shower head in undiluted bleach for 30 minutes once a month, and then thoroughly rinse it off.
And if you do that once a month, the number of mycobacteria are very low.
Ugh.
About 30,000 mycobacteria infections are diagnosed every year.
Okay, so that's America, and one solution is to take your shower head off, put it in bleach. So if what I'm about to show you doesn't appeal to you, you could do that. Screw your shower head off, put it in a really disinfectant for probably an hour or 2, then put it back on, but you're going to have to do that every month. You asked me what Legionnaire's disease is. It was first discovered when a legion in America went to a conference and the Legionnaire's disease was in the shower head and it killed 13 people in one go, and ever since then it's been called Legionnaire's disease. Now, we have had a solution as a company, the company I invested in, Tim Jones's company, for best part of 20 plus years, about a quarter of a century now. And we put it into some pretty impressive places. We've put it into hotels, into hospitals, the royal family. We've put it into all sorts of places. And the company that we founded is now certainly regarding in Europe as the #1 place to go to when you want to learn about Legionnaire's disease for hospitals and hotels. And in fact, this video I'm just going to quickly show you here. You don't need the sound of it. This is the health and safety execs training video. So this is the people that do, all government, paperwork. This is the health and safety exec training video. Both of them. One is was the Holiday Inn, the first one. This is a hospital in Liverpool. They're showing you my shower heads in the government's training video. So we're kind of at like the fourth. Oh my gosh.
Right. If this isn't a lesson in how to present, what's the first rule of coming to
Jack said he had made it so that wouldn't happen.
Hello.
Dad.
Dad.
Dad, say hello. I've got to go, Dad. I'm on air. Say hello.
Hello, Arthur.
Right, I love you.
Love you, Dad.
Bye.
You've got.
No, Jack, put that on aeroplane mode.
Well, Jack has not put that on aeroplane mode, Jack, darling, because Steve's got this thing that everyone's banned from phoning him.
No, but
you've got a list of safe people that can get through whenever.
That's what it is.
You haven't edited that list, you or Jack.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's why your dad just phoned.
Dad and children.
That's why in the last phone your wife phoned. That's why in the last show your son phoned.
And I had got it because I was going to show you the
It's
scale.
so popular in your family.
Don't worry about it.
Dad.
So basically, the health and safety.
It's quite good because I was getting very bogged down there because Legionnaire's disease, it's very, very scary, everything that you've just said to me. I'm now second guessing the 2 showers in my house a lot.
So we'll come to that. So basically, I'm saying the government trusts my company that does the commercial side. But when we install them into places, and I'll just show you some of the places we've got them installed. So we've got our commercial products installed in Guinness's head office. We've got
Really good. They've got clean water.
Yes, exactly.
That's a godsend.
We've got it in some of the largest hospitals in the UK, universities. We've got it in the largest garrison, in other words, the Ministry of Defence. The drug companies like AstraZeneca trust us to do their head offices. The big banks we're in royal households, we're in hospitals, we're in hotels. So we are the #1 company to go to if you're looking for shower heads, but they're about £2,000 a time. These are like seriously high-end stuff. So what we've done recently is we've made something for you at home that's really affordable, which we're going to come to in a minute. But is it as bad as all those? Because newspapers quite often frighten us. Their job is to sell newspapers.
Yeah.
So is it real?
Well, we have just seen loads of newspapers.
Yes, but are they dramatising it? You know, is it just to sell newspapers?
Okay.
So here's a recent piece of research saying that 31% of shower heads in the UK showed positive for Legionnaire's disease. That's 1 in 3. So if you've got 3 shower heads in your home, there's a good chance at least one of them has got Legionnaire's disease, isn't it?
Nice.
And it's a killer. But it's not just about Legionnaire's disease.
Horrible.
As we said, dandruff, problems with the ears, problems with the digestive system, problems with the skin. All these different bacteria in your shower head can be causing all of these problems, like flu-like problems, like Pontiac fever, I don't even want to even say the words like blindness and things like that. And it just goes on. The BBC recently, again, talking about this. They also say the pipes that lead to it. We have a solution for that in a moment. We're going to talk about your pipes as well. And it just goes on and on and on and on, saying you should replace your shower heads routinely. Replace your shower heads routinely, says the BBC.
But it's terrible. Yeah, but you get your bathroom. You've got your bathroom done.
When did you
get your bathroom done? Oh, about 5 years ago. Well, that's the last time I had a new shower head.
Yeah.
Fact. And do people get a bucket and plunge it every time? And the thing is, you look up and you get one of these. Like I've got one of these at home. I've got one of those ones, like a double one, right? So I've got a rainfall or this.
Yep.
And because I use this not so much, sometimes on the rainfall you get that little Marmite, you get that black stuff.
I'm going to explain all this.
And it grosses me out.
I'm going to explain all that.
It's grossing me out even more now because now I'm thinking, and also I know your tip about bleaching, but you see how these are rubberized, yeah?
Yep.
Well, when you bleach them, it makes them like cardboard and they just disintegrate
so you can't even
anyway.
do it. If you've got rubber or plastic in there, you can't even clean it properly.
But that's what I'm saying. Now I'm even more grossed out and I'm standing in that saying I'm clean.
So first of all, what do hotels do? Well, they either take my commercial solution, not all of them have. Some break the law. Some you'll go and have a shower. You ever see like when the shower's like a tick list, clean, recently clean, they call it flushing. They have to prove they flushed it. Others, I won't say which one because we're in negotiations with them at the moment, they employ 6 people. Their entire job and their entire life is to go in their van, go to the hotel, take the shower head off, put that in, plunge it in the acid, put the other one on, drive to the next hotel. 6 people employed to do it, and we're going, we've got a solution for you that's probably cheaper for you. So anyway, almost there with coming to the solution right now. But again, without trying to frighten you too much,
it's just horrid.
It just goes on and on and on. And regardless of what you think of Mr. Donald Trump, make America's showers great again. Even the White House are onto this now. They know it's a big problem. And hats off, by the way, to R.F. Kennedy in America, who's just changed their Eat Well guidelines in America last week to what we were suggesting. You've seen my tree of insulin resistance. That was shown in the White House. My little graphic was shown in the White House about July last year. They've changed the Eat Well guidelines in America. We've got to change it in the UK. We're always behind in the UK. But even in America, their president is saying you've got to make your showers great again because they know this problem. I'm almost at the end of this, but I can just go on and showing you research, problem after problem after regular cleaning. It goes on. A doctor here says he will not take a shower when he comes back from his holidays for 20 minutes without running the water to try and get the Legionnaire's disease. A doctor, this poor lady lost her legs and her one arm because of a Legionnaire's disease in the shower. And it just goes on. And this is all recent. This is like recent newspaper articles. Crohn's disease, look there. Bloodstream issues, blindness. This is all the BBC, everybody. Ear infections. This is real. Flaky scalps, dandruff, real problems for real people like you at home. And we have the solution. But before we come to the solution, here lies the problem. Typical shower heads in the UK.
Yep, I've got
you should take them apart and clean them regularly. Well, please show me how you get into that.
Well, you can't get into it. You shove it. I do submerge mine. The worry I have though is like obviously I run it afterwards, but then I'm like, there's bleach in there. I don't want bleach all over my kids.
So can't get into that one. Take this one. We've cut it apart so you can see it. We've cut it in every single little creak and crevice and cavity here. It will never get cleaned. So this is just a breeding ground for backing up of bacteria. The more complicated your shower head is, the more spray patterns it has.
Well, these things do. Sometimes they have like all the arms, don't they?
The
My
more
one's
dangerous.
got 3 different things on it,
Yep.
you know, because to get your hair cleaned. But it's all this. It's all the black stuff
Yep.
that gets in here.
Yep.
See, I thought once you clean that, you haven't, but of course it makes sense because down here, what's down there?
Yep, and also because, for example, back to this one, because it is so flat, you can just imagine the water, when you turn it off, the pressure's not going to put the last bit out. That's going to have stagnant. The bigger the area, the more stagnant. You want the simplest showers.
Yeah, I know. I'm really gross. This is not.
So we have a solution.
So I hate sort of stuff like this. It grosses me out.
We have a solution for you. Come to my shower with me, Ange, and I'm going to show you the solution.
Are you grossed out yourself at home? Because this is horrible. Right, go on. I'm not a plumber, so how am I going to do
So
this?
currently, this is what you're showering in. You're having a shower to get clean. It's most likely, unless it's a brand new shower, doing the opposite. Let's turn your hazardous shower into a safe shower. So let's say you've got one of these. In fact, it doesn't matter what shower head you've got at home. This will fit every single shower. You will literally unscrew your current shower head, simple as that. No tools needed normally.
I'll show you that here, look. So there's an outer one, as I've only just done this, and thank God I have, because this is that. So you've got that one that goes on there. That gives you then the pivoty thing, and that goes to there, yeah?
So it doesn't matter what type you've got, this will fit
Rainfall.
every shower head. We've even got an adapter for the really, really old piping that comes with it. And you take our shower head and you literally put it on. It comes with instructions, but it is no different than just literally turning and turning and turning like that. Then there's one little screw that you put the screwdriver in, it's done. You've now changed your shower head. You'll say, well, why is this any different, Steve, to the other shower heads? I'll show you why. So you're having a shower, and you'll see in a minute when I show you like this, that it's got a picture of a moon on there and a half moon. You shower for about 2 weeks, and when you've had it for about 2 weeks, you come, you turn it once, you press the shower head like that, you turn it over, you close it, and you just wipe that.
Okay, what does that do then?
Well, because now you haven't got an area the wrong side of it, because you've now cleaned what was the back side before, where in the past the dirty
so that's
water
where all
would be.
the black Marmite goes.
Yes, that's where the
Sorry,
black Marmite.
I like Marmite, but I don't like that Marmite.
Good question. 2 weeks later, you flick it.
Okay, let's go slow with that because it's a bit quick for me.
Okay.
Okay, because I'm not minded like this.
Okay,
So you
so-
start with show me the moon.
So you've just had a shower.
Okay.
Like that.
Finished. Yeah.
2 weeks, no problem.
Yeah.
No problem. You come along, you twist it once, like that.
Okay.
That unlocks it. You press the shower head plate over.
Yeah.
You turn it over and you twist again. So you're now the other side. So now you just wipe that with your flannel or your towel or whatever, with your soapy water. You've cleaned what was the back side of the shower head.
Okay.
So now you can't get dirty water at the back of it because it's clean every
There's
time.
not going to be a puddle of stagnant black water in there. Okay, cool.
We've maxed this to the government's recommendation flow, which is about 6 litres per minute, so it flows nice. We've got the most appropriate number of spray plate holes. It's so simple. You get such a good power and flow, which is lovely, and away you go. And it is that simple to install. And if you've got a fixed system, regardless of what type of fixed system you've got, you just need this one little product here, which is this. If you've got a hose, just take that off there for a second and show you how simple it is. If you've got a hose, a flexible hose, now you should, because this is another breeding group, you won't get much bacteria in your normal pipe because it's just the way the pipe works. But if you've got a flexible hose, these are absolute breeding grounds.
But you can see it on the outside because all the black, you can get black there as well.
So this is a breeding ground for bacteria as well. You should even, so I'm going to offer you one of these today for £10.
Okay.
And I'll give you all the details about why ours is. We're going to do it in a bit, not just yet, so don't just phone just yet. We're going to offer you one of these for £10. And even with ours, this bit, because you can't get in it, not like the head, we recommend you change that every year.
Okay.
This is for life. The shower head itself is for life. But when we talk about the hose in a minute, you need to replace this every single year.
Okay, so just show people up close.
So up close,
because people want
this is a completely patented device. We're the only people in the world that have this device. So you're showering, and we've done the moon because we thought, well, you get a half moon about every 2 weeks.
Okay.
Just roughly every 2 weeks. You go, oh, it's a half moon. I mean, you could set a reminder on your phone or write it in your diary. So 2 weeks later, you go, oh, the half moon's out. We might clean it. You just twist it once, you push it over like that. There is no cavities in here, look, whatsoever, to keep the water flow nice and clean. And then you go like so, and now you've got full moon, and you just wash that, clean it, you've cleaned the backside.
Okay.
So the simplest way to clean it. The other feature, and it's in the little booklet that comes with it, the other feature is if you're going away on holiday for a week or two, when you leave to go on holiday, put this sideways like so, and close it. That stops the air from going into the pipe.
Okay.
Because we also know what you don't want is, while you're away, you want to lock that system off. Just lock it off, because we know for a fact that bacteria, like a lot of things, need air as well to grow sometimes. Not all bacteria, but some bacteria need oxygen as well to grow. Some of them don't. So you do that, that locks that off while you're away, and then you come back from your holiday and you're good to go.
Great.
Simple.
I like simple.
Simple. Simple.
Simple installation, simple mechanism.
If you've got a hose, so there's 3 things we've got today. We've got this to go on any fixed.
So your rainfall, this one.
Your shower head.
Yep.
We've got a replacement arm for you if you've got if you've got a hose, and a replacement hose for you as well.
Okay.
But this is where the rubber meets the road. We're going to start with this right now, and this goes either on to your hose head like so, and it is as simple as twisting it. There is nothing else to it. If it should leak a little bit, we even supply what we call plumber's tape, which is just like a little bit of sellotape, if you like, that if you was to find you got a little leak on it and it wasn't, it was just coming out the top a little bit, we even give you some plumber's tape that you just wrap around here, a bit like sellotape, and then put this back on.
And then that seals it.
Seals it, yeah.
So could I buy 2? Could I buy that one for there and
Yes,
one for
you
the hose
should have
as
this
well?
for every shower head.
So in
your
my home, right, we've got that, and we've got one of those. So I'd need 2.
You need 2.
Okay, fine.
You need to put this on anywhere that you have a shower.
Okay.
Because why do you have a shower?
Feel clean.
Feel clean. What's really happening? The opposite.
God knows what I'm throwing on my body. It's horrible.
And even the president in America said, make American showers healthy again, because everybody out there is now realising the problem. It's just in the UK we're the only people that have the solution, because we've spent 25 years with the solution for hospitals, for hotels, for the rich, for the famous, for the garrisons, for the army, for the royal family and things like that. but it's just the first time we've now had, or when we launched this, only launched it 2 months ago, we launched this, and away you
can
go.
we ask the question, by the way, if you do have it and use
Yeah.
it, please could you message the show? Because, as I say, and I said to Steve this, I am someone for research and prep, but I said to Steve, I actually don't want to know anything about it because I want to learn about it as you are learning about it as we go. What's really sitting in my mind is all the nasties that I am potentially pouring all over more over my children more than anything. I mean, my son's 18 now, my daughter's 14, but they're still my children. I'm still thinking, you mentioned ear infections and eye infections, both of which my kids have had in the last...
video of my daughter using it at home. That's my daughter Jessie using the shower at home.
But my kids have both had eye infections.
And there's her little duckies. Oh, how cute.
In the last 3 months. And I'm just putting two together here and thinking, is it that?
So if you've got an ear infection, you've got an eye infection, if you've got dandruff, there's always a reason why. I'm not saying your shower is 100% of the times. There might be a few other reasons, but you learn about bacteria here because we talk about bacteria with probiotics and things like that. You know about bacteria because when you take antibiotics, this is a your regular one, that is a playground, that is a breeding ground for bacteria. The research is there, the data's there, the science is there, the BBC are talking about it, every single newspaper's talking about it, even a president of the biggest country in the world, or certainly they think they're the biggest country in the world, is talking about make your showers healthy again. And we have a solution for you. Research, it's patented, it's taken 25 years to develop one for you at home, and it's yours today for £99. And because I want every single person to have one, it comes with everything you need. It won't corrode. That's why we've not put chrome on the outside.
I don't need to take that off once a month, no?
You don't need to take this off. You never take this off. You just simply flip and clean. We call it the fresh flip. You flip, you clean, you flip, you clean, you flip, you clean. It's a one-off purchase for each of the showers in your home. It fits every single shower, regardless whether it's on a hose or regardless whether it's a fixed shower head. It works on every single shower you can imagine. It comes with a little adapter that about 1 in 10 people will need. If you don't need it, you know when you do like Lego and you get a few bits left over, you go, oh, what have I missed? With ours, if you've got any bits left over, you just didn't need it.
Okay,
but
so you send them all,
we send you everything you need, and most people won't need it. Most people won't need the tape. Most people won't need the little adapter that fits on the old sort of piping and so on. Yeah.
So to get
simple as that. Look, you flip and clean, flip and clean.
So in this case, we've got just one overhead that's been changed with it, but obviously, as I say, we've got literally this shower. So we have a rainfall here, and we have a little handheld here. So I'd need to get one for here.
You need one to screw onto there, and it is. Look how simple that is. People go, oh, it must be difficult. It's not. You screw it on. You just need a little screwdriver to tighten just the one screw up on the top there, and you're done. And now, you simply to have a shower, you go like that. And it's done. You know that you've got a cavity in there that is it's been designed purely.
The problem is these, isn't it?
The problem is this.
We're all good with pipes.
So you know what?
What about this? Are we going to have one of these? Have you got one?
They're coming on the show in a minute.
Like nets
for £10.
Right, brilliant.
Brand new one for £10. Yeah, there's one in the bag there.
Okay, and that is now. How difficult or easy is that?
Okay, this is the simplest thing ever. You take, so we're even conscientious about keeping it clean as we ship it to you. Okay. So you just take the 2 plastic bits out, screw those off, like so.
Oh, and that goes in.
And that just screws onto there. That just screws onto there. I don't need to
turn my water main off or anything.
No, because when you, as long as you turn your shower off at the mix.
So that's off.
We call this your mixer valve.
Right.
So when you close the mixer valve out, you might have a little bit of water in there. So, if you've just had a shower and you're doing it after you've had a shower, just be careful, you might get a bit of hot water out, but you're only going to get any water potentially that's here.
Because I think that's what people might think, I need to find the water tap in my house, turn it off.
Great question. You just turn off the mixer valve, turn the mixer valve off, and then away you go. You may, if this has been on for like 5 or 10 years, it might be a bit corroded, so you might need to put a pair of pliers on there. You shouldn't have to, or you might.
But then, if you have, it tells you that you should have changed it a long time ago. That
These
should be
are
easy.
a breeding ground for disease.
And is there something special in this one? Because
Yes, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
These are £9.99. In fact, we could flip. We'll come to them in a moment. We'll do them in a moment, and then we'll do the replacement arm bit here as well. Yeah, we have.
It says, if you've got another one, it says, you see, this is why we love you, always looking out for us, always looking to improve the quality of life and therefore humanity. Thank you. Thank you so much. You're a regular collector with us in Hertfordshire. We've got Nicola, Claire, collector, New York. In York. I just put you in America. Joyce, you're in from Worcestershire. Hazel, we've got Glenys, who has bought the 2. Lily's bought the 2. Catherine's bought the 2. We've got Maureen, Milton Keynes, Hazel and Norfolk, Cynthia, Pauline, Burntwood. We've got Gloucestershire, Worcestershire, Essex, Milton Keynes. It seems like you really have struck upon something here, Steve, because everybody, including myself, is a little bit like, this is something that I really should look at in my home because...
What was the research? I think it was 31% of homes in the UK, when you look at the research, 31, that's 1 in 3, have got Legionnaire's disease in them. Now, at small concentrations, and also back to your teenagers, it is not going to kill your teenagers. They might not even get a problem from it, but if you smoke, if you've got diabetes, or if you're older, we are much, much more vulnerable to that concentration, more susceptible to the Legionnaire's disease. But that's only the tip of the iceberg. Pontiac fever, bacteria that causes eye infections, ear infections, Crohn's disease. Whoever thought Crohn's disease could ever have come from your showerhead? It's got to come from somewhere. It's all bacterial infections. And if you think about it, it makes so much sense that when we have a bath, we don't worry about it too much because there isn't a silly little plate in the middle stopping water from filling the bath. And in the bath also, the water's not got to fall so far because it's not the water, it's the problem. Except when that dirty water, the bacteria comes out the shower head, hits the floor, the shower tray, and bounces back up. It's the aerosols that causes all the issue.
Because you can ingest that, can't you? That does make total sense. For £99 and 99 pence, we've organised 4 split pays. Now that's good.
I just wanted everybody.
That's good, because £99 is an outlay, so 25 quid, I'll invest that. That's easy.
Yeah, because we just went, nearly everybody's got a shower, nearly everybody uses a shower, and it's dangerous. It's dangerous. And one of the things I lobby government about trying to change the eating guidelines. One of the things I'm working on next is I'm trying to force all the other shower manufacturers on their packaging, whenever you buy a new shower head, to have a warning on it that says, danger. You must clean this every couple of weeks.
But if you think about it, vitamins and supplements have got a sell-by date. This should have a change-by, well, not this one, but it should have a change-by date. Like you would a filter on your refrigerator. We do it on our phone. Right, every 6 months, we've got to do that filter with the charcoal and all that's got to be done, or else you're putting your cup under the fridge and it's like, actually, what's behind there?
Well, think about it. Who is the most disadvantaged people in the UK when it comes to shower? People who own their own homes. Because if you rent a house, as long as your landlord understands this, he should be putting a sign up that says clean every 2 weeks. Or he should, at least when you rent the house off him, tell you need to clean your shower heads, because if not, then the landlord's responsible. But 2/3 of us own our own homes. If we go into a hotel or a hospital, we are in a way safe because they know all this already. That's why they have the cleaning charts up on the wall. The most vulnerable people in the UK are those that own their own home, that have worked their hard-earned money to get the mortgage and so on and so forth. They're the ones that are most vulnerable. And here, I've even got it in my boat. Look, that's my little yacht. And I've even got it in my little yacht. There it is. That's my little bathroom in my boat. And we put it everywhere because it's so, so, so important.
Yeah, and that would, I like a high pressure shower. I can't bear one that's like,
Well, think about it. Lots of people like high pressure, but then you go and put one of those silly square plates on that have you got one of these fixed ones? Let's have a look at any one of those from there. Let's just pass one over. Big one. Let's have a look at big. Okay, I've got
that one.
So what happens with these? You buy them because you think they look really cool, and you get this big spray plate with lots of water dripping out. What happens after no time at all is a few of them bung up, so you get some that are missing. Have you got one where it squirts out at a stupid
wrong
angle?
way. You like that? You're like
in
that.
the eye.
Trying to scrape the black off with your nail, like, oh, it's that one. It's always there. Always there.
So think about this. This breaks so many rules of hygiene. First of all, these start to get clogged up, with lime scale because of the way they're designed. You don't need such a big spray place. That means less pressure.
It does, because they advertise, these great big showers that are like that, but then of course your pressure can't compete with it, so it's just rainfall.
And then it's fine, and you can't clean it because look at it. You can't open it to clean it.
Yeah.
And that shallow spray plate there is just going to gather water. And just bring me over one quickly, the ends that we've opened up, that we cut open. Or this one, look at this. This is one of those clever ones that you adjust the spray plate with you can have different angles and all that. Well, that's a breeding ground for bacteria. Every single little cavity here is a breeding ground.
It's an opportunity
for poor health.
bad viruses.
Yeah.
If you have, I'm trying to think now if there's any questions. I was thinking,
questions?
Do I have to turn off my water?
Nope.
No. Do I have to employ a plumber to come and install it? No.
Again, if it...
But these are all questions I would ask at home, right? If there's any other questions that I haven't thought of, please send them now and here while Steve's here, because he's had this company for 20 years, so there isn't a question about these you can't answer him that he won't know. So if you wouldn't mind, if you're one of these people, you're good, you're happy, you're coming through, you've got a 30-day money-back return on these as well, like you always do with everything Gemporia, so that's safe. We've got but the biggest question I want to ask is, do you have any questions? Because I think I've answered them in so much as I would need to if I had a double shower. That makes sense. This you're going to give us in a minute. Yep. So I can get a brand. I may as well for 10 quid.
We'll go to these now, shall we? And then we'll come back to the showerheads in a minute. But let's quickly take you to. Should we go to the cord? Yeah.
All right.
So, if at home you have one of these, my recommendation would be, because these are a breeding ground, not so much the fixed pipes, because fixed pipes, you can understand that there aren't any cracks and crevices, but because these are designed to be flexible, these are one of the most dangerous things in your home. We've designed one that's got so many features on it. First of all, it's got this little rubber ring. This little rubber ring here, the whole idea is that when this goes into the holder, that where you hold the actual bit in the shower bit there, that stops it from sort of falling out. It's got the built-in rubbers, which others you have to put little rubbers in and things like that. We've got the built-in rubbers in here, and rather than asking you £30 or £40 for a top-end stainless steel, by the way, which meets what we call RAS standard approval, which is like the best you can get, really, really important. This has got all the, basically, here is a pipe full of features is what I'm trying to say. It takes you less than a minute and a half to install, and you don't have to be a rocket science to realise that must be a breeding ground for bacteria. Every single one of those joints is a breeding ground for bacteria. You should, even with ours, even though this is like top grade, all thought through, highly designed, even with ours, I'd still recommend, because you can't get in and clean this, not like the showerhead, I would replace this every 12 months. I would change these every 12 months. Make a note in your diary, put a new one in. You can't get in and clean these. You could probably take it off, put it in disinfectant for about a couple of hours and put it back on. But for £10, I would not be taking the risk.
I'm not a plumber, so talk me through. There are definitely two ends to this. One looks 1, 2, 3, hexagonal, and one is round. Talk me through. Okay. So the hex one here, I presume that goes to the T-bar mixer, does it?
Yep. Okay, that goes to your mixer valve, and the easiest way to look at this. This one's got a bigger depth for it to sit into the handle. And it's also got the rubber to hold it in here. Okay. So that goes there.
Hold on. I'm going to be a plumber. Right. So.
You just done that really, really quick.
Okay.
So you literally.
How you do it?
That's exactly what you do. You've
and
just
then
done
what
it.
do you do? Just put that onto the hexy side.
Take off the little shipping thing. We only send that to ship it.
All right.
Get it on here like so.
Yeah.
Now again, if you get a leak, you've got the tape, so you just put the tape on there. If it starts to leak at all, and then I'm upside down here, which way's anti-clockwise?
I don't know.
No, that way's anti-clockwise, he says.
Yeah. Okay. So that'll go on there.
But it will once I get the right way round.
Okay.
Let me turn my head upside down. There we go. And that just goes on there, Ange.
Okay.
And
cool.
if we got the wrong size on here,
Yep.
then we'll just use the little clip that it comes with.
Right, okay, I'll go.
But that will go basically on there.
So all that goes into, let me show that to that. Is it
exactly the same? Yes.
Okay.
Exactly the same.
So that one goes on the bottom there.
There, yeah. We're upside down, don't worry. And then this bit goes up through here, like so, and that goes onto...
Oh, what's the length? Do you know the length? That long.
I think it's one
Is
and
it
a half.
1.5? I don't know.
I think that
2
is
meters?
no, it's 1.5.
1.5, yeah.
Yeah, 1.5 meters in length. So that is your hose.
Yeah.
Then the other thing we recommend you replace, we'll come on to those in a second. Yeah, so get those to $9.99.
Oh, there you go.
10 quid. Yeah, stainless
So
steel.
you can take the one that you've got. If you know the one that you've got's a bit manky, off it goes. Pop that on there. You really do. Like, your system is so worth it. And if you are that person, I'm sure that loads of people, including myself, go, well, the bathroom was fitted 5 years ago. That was the last time. That was the last time. You know, for a lot of people, I don't think it's unusual. It's not grim. It's just the fact that most people don't think about it. Most people aren't educated. I didn't know all this.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about your sink because the water's not falling far, and you haven't got one of these flexibly hosey type things on. But that is a breeding ground. This we recommend you replace, maybe not as frequently, but we're going to bring the arms on for you in a moment.
Is the arm that bit or that bit?
So it all comes together. So
okay, so you get all that?
Yeah.
And that then, just get that then.
That's coming up, and that's also going to be £9.99 as well.
Right, okay.
So again, let's just quickly go through. If you've got a fixed system,
I'm trying.
all you
gonna be a
need
plumber.
is the head. That's all you need, and everything you would ever need to go with it comes in the box. That is all you will need if you've got a fixed system like this. It might be coming out from the roof, it might be coming, in fact I've got a little slide in a minute to show you all the different ways it could be, but if you'll know if you've got a fixed system, if it's coming from the roof or from the wall. There you go, that's it. So if you've got any of those on the left, you just need the £99 and buy the head. If you
Wow, Steve, I've just done it.
Well done,
I've just screwed it on for myself. The thing is, it is just screwing it on. I always thought, so we're going to sell that part, are we, in a minute?
In a minute, yep.
Oh, okay, cool. Well then, if I can do it, you can do it. And we're going to have one of these in a minute, which makes it even easier as well. Awesome.
Is that good?
Yeah, sorry.
You're really happy with yourself, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm really pleased.
Because
like,
you did DIY now.
You know, I'm like, yes.
This is simpler than blowing up your tyres in your car.
I don't get out much, I just did a DIY. And I love DIY. I love fixing things. That's brilliant.
So £99 gets you the head. If you've got it on a hose, I would recommend replacing the hose for £9.99. And also, because some of the...
Just changed a shower, whatever.
Because some of these are built in normally, if you've got one of those built in flexible that goes on the hose, then you'll need one of these adjusters, the arm that goes into here. So it's simple as that.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Easy peasy. Easy peasy. It's a tenner. And if you're thinking about making the upgrade, don't forget the shower head was £100, but we did it on 4 split payments, which I think that's perfect price point actually. 25 quid, lovely. I'm going to get that done. And it's a job that you think, oh, something else I need to get done. But realistically, having listened to everything that it could or might cause, it actually really makes total sense. The only time you probably become aware of it is when you look up and you see that black stuff on the rainfall. Where is it? What I'm talking about? This. So you look up, don't you, and you see that one there, that's got a bit of black on it, and that one there shoots the other way for some random reason. And every time you press stop on your shower, that is a pool.
It's a reservoir of bacteria.
Awful.
And that is not me sort of dramatising it.
Not
all
good.
the research, all the papers, the BBC,
Not
even
good.
the President of America is saying make their showers great again. This is not drama, this is just what is happening. And it's so logical when you think about it.
Well, it is because it's when
it's got stagnant water.
You think about, your tanks up in your house, the olden days, we've got big, massive tanks, and that's where you think, oh, up in your loft, you don't want to get Legionella's disease because it's all, stagnant water. My dad was an engineer, so that was one of his things, constantly up in tanks and all sorts, and you just kind of think it makes, now listening to you, you kind of go, well, it makes
Yep.
total sense.
So you hold that sec.
Fresh,
So
clean
let's just
water.
quickly go through what happens here then. So if at home right now, you've got a hose
Yeah,
and it's like that.
that's mine, yeah.
Yep. We need to get you the new shower head, which is this here, which I'll just undo because I've done it really, really tight.
You might need
There we go, that's right. So we get you the shower head for £99.
Okay.
Because that's all in one piece, you need this for £9.99, which is sort of handle bit.
I'd say a lot of people,
Most people have
would
got
have that,
yeah.
single one.
Yeah. So you've now got the head
So that's a handheld one now.
and that,
Yeah,
and we get that.
yeah.
Just hold that a sec. We take this potentially lethal shower head off, which could cause Crohn's disease, ear infections, Pontiac fever, which is like the flu, and a lot worse. Hold that. We now take this, and it's as simple as just screwing it on like so. So if you've got the hose for £120 for the hose, the arm, and the head, you've now got safe showering.
But if you want to look at it this way, it's £45 today. Because if you want to use split pay, that's 25 quid. Plus your hose, plus your adapter, that's 45 quid. 45 quid I can handle today in January. So if you're going, 100 and something, I get it. Let's break it down. Let's get your hose, let's get your adapter and pay just one payment of 25 quid. That's 45 today. And that means by next week, you will be in a proper clean shower. And look, nobody likes the look. I can't stand the look when you've got all that. This is a normal shower. You'll recognise this at home, right? It gets all that kind of limey, chalky, gritty stuff, which is one thing.
Yes.
But when it gets that black sort of, I describe it as Marmite, whatever you call it, and you think about what's in there. Sludge, it's grim. I mean, it's grim. You know, you can see it on, you know, if you've got your sink and you've got that little overflow pipe. Can't bear it when you can see the black. I don't know how you get that out. It's like little toothbrushes. You know that where there is stagnant water, there is causality for bacteria, and where there's causality for... I mean, literally, I was at the doctor's this morning with my daughter who has got an ear infection. It's now making me question everything. The doctor's looking in her ear with light, and he's like, yeah, it's really murky in there. You've got... And bless her, she was like, thank goodness, because she's been banging on about it, you know, saying like, it's really, really painful. Is it that? I don't know. Is it our shit? I don't know. I'll never know.
All these are bacterial driven, so it could be. I live in a hard water area, so line scars can be a problem. Do I need to take additional precautions? Not additional, I would just be making sure you're flipping it over, cleaning it every couple of weeks. The water where we live is known. There's one area in Wales, and where I live, the water supply we've got is the worst in the UK. It is just the absolute worst in the UK.
For teeth as well, for fluoriditis or whatever it's called. My son's got fluoriditis from putting all the fluoride in where we live.
Should the handle be? No need to change the handle every 12 months. Just the hose. This is a straight through pipe on ours, so this is fine. Don't need. So the handles are one-time purchase. The head is the shower head is a one-time purpose. It's just the cord. There is nothing we can do if you want to keep it flexible. That said, don't have to, but my recommendation would be always change these. These are breeding grounds once every 12 months.
So you've got the little hose. Go back for this. It's £10, but there you go. Another question, Steve. As I'm buying a spare hose, should I also buy a spare arm?
Just one arm. One arm. Same question, same slightly different question, but you meant the same thing.
Okay.
Same whatever, and same answer. So just buy this once, and this. I would be getting one every year.
Oh, and that's got all the little
And you
rubber
can always
seals.
go to farino.com, which is our website, which will give you all the details.
I'm just looking at all this. It's all
But the detail is
Look how,
so amazing.
I know this silly thing, but that is proper seal. It's not a rubbishy seal.
Yeah, so most of our competitors actually drop a rubber one in that falls in and out. Ours is all in.
That's all inbuilt, which is nice, actually. I like that. I don't know anything about plumbing, but if that means anything to you, there's one that's hexagonal and there's one that's conical. There you go.